It's a beautiful Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. I'm here in Indio, California at the Polo Fields. And I just wanted to take a few minutes while I was out today and just shoot a video for all of you and kind of recap on what's going on and share some articles with you, share some concerns with you, and please feel free to leave any comment down below. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into an economic abyss. And I think that most people watching this video today realize that. In the next coming months, more people are going to begin to lose their jobs. There are many jobs out there right now, but we are losing around 300,000 jobs a week. This has been going on for 19 months. And we're going to continue to lose more middle-class type jobs, more well-paying jobs. And we're going to see probably more jobs in the service sector, more low-paying jobs available. But we're going to continue to lose good jobs in this country. Food prices are going to continue to soar. Energy costs are going to continue to soar. Gas prices are going to continue to soar. The cost of living, ladies and gentlemen, is going to soar. So if I can advise people out there right now, stock up on essentials right now. If you are not stocking up on food right now, I think you're making a humongous mistake. Go out today and start buying food. Go get yourself some canned food. Go get yourself some emergency foods. Don't be buying big ticket items right now. This is the time to be buying essentials, buying things that you're really going to need as this economy really continues to deteriorate. We're going to come to a point, ladies and gentlemen, where this death by 1,000 cuts accelerates, and we're going to see bigger devastation happening faster. Inflation expectations have become unanchored. This is on an article today on The Hedge. American consumers are not buying the transitory inflation narrative. Consumer inflation expectations, according to this survey, this is what the average American sees coming for 2022. Rent up 10%. Food prices will be up 9.1%. Gas prices will be up 9.4%. Healthcare will be up 9.4%. College education will be up another 7.4%. In 20 months, ladies and gentlemen, the Fed added $4.2 trillion to its balance sheet. The U.S. government printed another $5 trillion for deficit spending. This tells you and I that you can guarantee that you're going to see more inflation coming in 2022. And remember, they just passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Where's that money coming from? It's going to come from more money printing and more taxes. So people are going to be paying for everything. Prices are going up, including taxes. Wall Street Journal, help really wanted. No degree, no work experience, no background checks. I thought this was an interesting article. There's a lot of people out there right now that are not working. 107 million working age Americans do not have a job right now. What are they doing? I think that if you're just sitting at home hoping something's going to happen, some miracle is going to take place, that's a gigantic mistake. There is jobs out there, and they may not be the job of your dreams, most of these jobs in the service sector, but why not get out and make money right now? That allows you to go buy food. It allows you to buy pellets of water. It allows you to buy emergency food. It allows you to work on security. It allows you to put assets away, to go buy some silver, to go buy some gold. Sitting at home, not working, I think is a tremendous mistake, one that's going to affect you mentally, physically. I think it's important to have a work ethic. I think it's important mentally to go out and earn a paycheck and to be productive. What happened where people in this country no longer want to be productive? They just want to wait and hope that a check is going to come save them, that the system is going to come save them. These people are wrong. They're going to lose. Do not think like this. Some people may have to swallow their pride and take a job that's beneath them. But I'll tell you what, right now you can go get 3 jobs and you can make some money. and you can buy real assets, and you can buy food. You can go to the grocery store today and go buy 10 or 20 cans of food. You can go call up an emergency food company and make an order. You can go buy a tube of silver coins or silver rounds. You can do something that is going to put the odds in your favor that you and your family are going to get through this collapse. Farmers wait weeks for John Deere parts as strikes paralyze Midwest factories. Dealers report long waits for parts. Look, we have a friend out here who has a auto mechanic shop, and they couldn't even get a radiator to repair a car that came in. They had to put this car back on a flatbed and send it back to the client's house without a radiator because they could not get the radiator for around 3 weeks. Parts, not only on tractors are running thin, but we're going to start seeing this problem, I think, in the trucking industry. We're going to see it in automotive, in the automotive sector. These components are crucial for farmers to keep combine harvesters and their farm equipment humming during harvest season to stay ahead of winter. The company may import parts from overseas factories, which could be its only temporary solution at the moment to mitigate these disruptions. But how is that going to work when we have, I don't know, 80 cargo ships today out in Long Beach? So we will just have more parts sitting offshore on ships. So look, this is a real problem, and farmers are harvesting right now. Every day counts as winter is approaching. Another article today I thought was interesting. Unfit nation, 2 in 5 people right here feel exhausted after walking up a flight of stairs. We talk constantly about protecting yourself financially. And we do talk about how you've got to get the body in shape. This is not where you want to be. 2 out of 5 people, we're talking almost 50% of this country is exhausted after walking up a flight of stairs. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if we saw a massive cyber attack, grid down, power out, and you're going to have to use your own 2 feet to get around. Things could be a little chaotic. You do not want to be winded. You do not want to be obese. You do not want to be out of shape. Right now, this is the perfect time right now to be getting in shape. In fact, I think it's a little late to be getting in shape, but there's no time like right now to be doing it. It's never too late until it is. So today is a great time to start getting on that bicycle, going for a walk, joining a gym, get to a jiu-jitsu class, a boxing class, do something. Again, people sitting at home, not being productive, not going out and getting a job and putting in a day's work and producing something. And people just sitting at home eating a bag of cheese puffs or a box of bonbons. This is not productive for you either. You are going to be reliant on the one and only body that you have, ladies and gentlemen. And when we talk about wealth, we need to be talking about health. Health is so imperative. It's beyond any amount of gold or silver you could have. It's beyond anything. Health is number one, because if you don't have health, you have nothing, right? What's the point of living if you don't have a healthy life? And there's so many people out there so obese, so out of shape. And I'm not criticizing, I'm not condemning anybody. I want people out there to wake up and get in shape mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. I want people to be prepared for what's coming, not just sitting on a couch all day, because when the day comes, and we start to really see things implode. These are the good times, ladies and gentlemen. We need to realize that. We're going to look back and go, I wish we could go back to November of 2021. It was such a better time. But you know as well as I do, it seems almost daily things are getting more bizarre and they're getting worse. 50 state list of top tax rates under this new bill that is coming. I want to share this with all of you. If the tax and spending reconciliation bill is enacted, the average top tax rate on personal income would rise to 57.4% according to the Tax Foundation. This would give the U.S. the highest tax rate in any developed country in the world, and stick every state in America with a combined federal and state tax rate higher than 50%. I can't even believe this, as people are struggling, as we are beginning to see inflation really, really heat up, and more is coming. Now we've got to worry about state and federal tax issues. State combined federal and state tax under this bill I just wrote out some of the states here, what they will be paying. And if you're a resident of this state, be aware if this gets enacted, okay? Not if it passes, if it gets enacted. New York, you'll be paying 66.2%. California will be paying 64.7%. Cannot wait to get out of here. New Jersey, 63.2%. Hawaii, 62.4%. Washington, D.C., 62.2%. Oregon, 62%. Minnesota, 61.3%. Maryland, 60.4%. And Vermont, 60.2%. All while this, inflation at the wholesale level rose 8.6% last month. Not for the year. That's what it rose last month, 8.6%. Producer prices rise 8.6%, matching September record high. Now think about all these added state and federal taxes that could be coming. Another article today, a pot roast can set you back $100 as meat inflation hits shoppers. Think about a pot roast. That was just kind of a blue-collar meal. I grew up with that. It was we loved it. It was cheap. It was just a good meal, right? A good, hearty, wholesome meal. Now could cost $100. We're looking at pot roasts and steaks now as luxuries, ladies and gentlemen. Another article today. Lower home prices don't mean that the market is cooling down. Real estate agents say. Here's why. Again, now this is your typical real estate agent who said, I've sold more homes this year than I did last year and the year before. I love these real estate agents. So they can't afford to allow this market to cool down, and they know it's cooling down. And I think, again, as I've said this many, many times, I was talking to my friend Ellen in Florida the other night. I think you've got to be out of your mind to buy a house right now in this market. Whatever price reductions you may see online, according to this article, are likely due to bad pricing, the agent says, on part of the sellers excited by the consistent growth in home values in the past 18 months. So that's why that he disagrees that the market's cooling down. He's blaming it on the sellers and their pricing. They overestimate the amount which they could list their properties. This is what they've been doing for the past year to that real estate agent. Where have you been? This is what your clients, your listing clients have been doing. They have been pricing properties beyond craziness, and they're getting the price. Now it's not working like it once did. So again, every real estate agent, well, exceptions. There's some good ones out there, but the majority of real estate agents are going to tell you it's never been a better time to buy a home than right now. They're going to tell you you're going to get priced out, that the inventory is going to disappear. Look, believe what you want, believe what you may, but I believe that we're going to see a massive housing bubble burst, a massive correction, a housing collapse right here in the United States of America. And places like where I'm at in Southern California are going to be victims of this collapse. Many states won't feel the wrath of the real estate collapse like California or Phoenix or New York or even Florida, where the bubbles have gotten completely out of control. But places like where I'm at right now, the overvaluations, the bubble inflating beyond anything we've ever seen. States like California are the ones that usually, when things turn, usually pay a very, very dear price in regards to real estate. And this time will be no different, except I think it will be much worse than what we saw in 2008. But again, going back to states like Florida, states like Arizona, New York, Texas, California, they will be the real big victims here when things do collapse. Now, states in the Midwest or down south, yeah, things will correct, but nothing to the degree of states like California. U.S. rents rose at slowest pace since February in latest sign of housing market exhaustion. Rents have cooled for the last 3 months, ladies and gentlemen, think about what's happening. We just saw Zillow putting on 7,000 homes, or in the process of putting 7,000 homes on the market, which they're going to lose their butt on. We have evictions continuing throughout the country, meaning a lot of these landlords, once they get these people evicted out of these properties, they are selling. Since January, rent is up 16.4%. It peaked in July at 26%, but now cooling down. So again, evictions, the Zillow properties. How about the homes in forbearance? Many of these people, we have over 1 million homes in forbearance. Many of these people will be dumping these homes on the market to get out because they cannot make the mortgage payments. So we're going to see more inventory coming out, but that's not why we're going to have a housing crash. We're going to have a housing crash because this country cannot survive on low-wage paying jobs. It can't survive on $15 an hour minimum wage jobs. It cannot survive on service sector jobs. It cannot survive without real manufacturing, higher paying jobs. It cannot survive on 18 or 20-hour work weeks. This country, the real estate market cannot survive with 107 million people of working age not in the labor force, okay? Think about that. It cannot survive with the average median income being $34,000 while the average median price of a home is $380,000, okay? These markets cannot and will not survive when a brand new car costs $45,000 and the average American's making $34,000, okay? The average American is upside down in debt. Way too much debt. I mean, they're financing cars for 6, 7, or 8 years. Nobody even looks at the price of a car or a house now. Everybody's looking at the payment. And this is going to come back to haunt us. And people are going to pay a very, very severe price for all of this. The country is almost $30 trillion in debt. The average American is getting deeper into debt, more reliant now and dependent on credit cards to pay for essentials. And yeah, there's millions of jobs out there. We're told that every day, millions of jobs. But a lot of people are not going back to work for multiple reasons. And many people know that, look, they're just not going to be able to survive on a $7 or $10 an hour job where they can work 12, 15 hours a week, okay? But look, if you got nothing going on right now and you're just sitting at home, go get yourself a couple of jobs. Go get a side hustle. Look, you have got to do whatever you can right now to pull some cash together, to get some assets, to get some food and water reserves put away, to have a cash reserve put away. What if you, like, sitting at home is not going to solve anything. Get out and do something and put the odds in your favor as best that you can, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's such a mistake to just be sitting at home doing nothing, just hoping that the system's going to come help you, because it's not. And if you're doing that, you are going to be absolutely destroyed when the system comes down. Okay. And I don't want to see that to happen to anybody. I know that there's trolls out there and, you know, they like to say stuff, but even to the trolls, if you're sitting at home, please, please get off the couch, go get a job or 2 or 3 jobs and do something productive while you can and put some resources away. And to the people out there who are working right now, who have a job, who have an income, maybe you're married and you have a spouse and you have 2 incomes. Remember, you could lose your job tomorrow, okay? Your world can change tomorrow. Make sure, if you have the ability, if you have the means, that you are taking some of that money and you are putting it away for emergency. You have the food, the water, the resources, some gold, some silver, some cash. You need to be doing this because, look, anybody tomorrow could lose their job. And we're going to see people through 2022 lose their jobs. And we're going to hear how great the job market is. But again, it's all service sector jobs. And we're losing more good paying jobs here in America. And if you have a good paying job, make sure you are protecting yourself, okay? The digits on the screen, the paper stocks, that's fine and dandy. But you need to be protecting yourself with some metal, okay? Paper is not going to protect you like metal as things collapse in this country and across the globe. We know with a 5,000-year history, we know throughout history that gold and silver have always been there. I'm more inclined to own gold at this point, but I think it's good to own both. But look, gold will always have value, okay? It will always have value. There is a limited amount of it. It has history behind it. Every central bank is stockpiling it. And I think it's very imperative that you have some of this. If you don't have it and you can't afford it, buy silver, okay? Do not go out and be gambling in these markets at this point, okay? This I think is foolish where we're at right now. This bubble is getting so inflated. And when it goes, people are going to wake up and the digits on the screen are going to be worthless. The paper's going to be worthless. Even the job that you go to might be worthless. It might be gone. Think about the worst case scenario. You need to insure your life right now. You need to ensure your futures right now. And this means you need to be well-rounded. You need to have a skill set. You need to know how to do something. You need to have things put away. You need to have some gold. You need to have some silver. And get the debts paid down or off. If you can pay your debts off today, do it. At least, minimally, get your debts paid down. These people who believe you should own debt going into a collapse are out of their minds. The debt wasn't forgiven in 1929. Debt wasn't forgiven in 2008, and it's not going to be forgiven this time. Debt is going to be a lead anchor on your leg as they toss you over into the ocean. It's going to take you straight down. The less debt you have, the more assets you have, the more cash you have, the more food, water, security, and a good circle of friends, the better chance you have to survive. Not only survive, but prosper during the worst of times. Prosperity is made during the worst of times. More millionaires were made during the Great Depression than any other time. History is not only going to rhyme, it is going to repeat, okay? But it's going to be on steroids, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave it there today. Have a phenomenal day. It's a beautiful 86 degrees here out at the polo fields. And I just wanted to take a few minutes and share this video with you. I dropped a new Patreon video last night. Make sure you come over to my Patreon channel, link down below, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk with all of you very, very soon.